What's up, guys? It's me, Straw Hat Nate, and I'm back with another One Piece chapter review this week. This week we got chapter 1117 of One Piece, titled Mo, or A, depending on the translation. It's an unnecessarily complex title, so we don't have to talk about that now. We'll talk about it more later. Since the title doesn't give anything away about the chapter, I'll just say that this one is a little less reaction heavy than the previous chapters. We get a similar formula to the other chapters, but this time we check in on Sword, who are pretty important right now, and then we see a crucial fight on Egghead with Zoro. And then we also see the end of the broadcast. So Vegapunk's broadcast has been going on for so long now, but it seems that it will go unfinished after what happens in this chapter. So without further ado, let's begin the chapter review after you like and subscribe, of course. The cover this week is, once again, the Yamato cover series, and it's nothing too important again. This time we see Yamato check in on both Neko Mamushi, also known as Cat Viper in English, and also Boss Hyogoro, and they are still in the Flower Capital right now. But to begin the actual chapter, Hachinosu is shown once more as the pirates are all reacting to the reveal of the stuff at the bottom of the ocean floor. Obviously, all these pirates react greedily, thinking of all of the treasure that they could have that's lost at the bottom of the ocean. But we can't leave this scene yet because there's something more important. In the background of the first panel, we see an Easter egg. And we see what has to be Don Krieg, Gin, and Pearl, who are some characters who have not been shown in One Piece for over 20 years, all the way back in East Blue was their last appearance. Now, ignoring Krieg, the conversation about the treasure on the sea floor brings up another familiar face from long ago, Mont Blanc Cricket and his crew also. If you remember, Cricket's job on Jaya was to scuba dive for treasure, so this reveal of treasure on the ocean floor is really big news for him. So he's setting sail for that. Now we cut to the Marine General Hospital on the Grand Line. We see some of our favorite Sword members as they discuss the implications of Vegapunk's reveals for them. We see Kobe, Helmeppo, Hibari, Kujaku, and Prince Groose as they all realize that this is a massive deal for them and now it's their time to step up in the Marines, especially now that Garp has been lost at Hachinosu. They could be the new generation's Garp. We also check in on the captain of Sword, Drake, who is also healing in the General Hospital, so I guess he didn't die on Wano. And then also in this General Hospital too, Tashigi calls Smoker, who is driving his motorcycle through some random ocean in an unknown location. So we are seeing Smoker for the first time in a while here. And meanwhile, in the background, Vegapunk is still talking to the people about how he's kind of sorry for being really vague about all his reveals, but he just doesn't want to give out false information. But now we return to the important stuff on Egghead, where the barrier surrounding the Labo phase has been lifted, and the Straw Hats who are on the Sunny are preparing to leave right about now, but they wait a second for Zoro and Jinbei, who are close by. These two end up chasing after Saint Nasjuro, of all people, and he is leading them straight towards the Sunny, which is obviously bad news for the Straw Hats who are on it. Then, the ginormous Zoro goes to slice the Sunny in half until Zoro and Jinbei perform a duo attack behind him. Jinbei shoots Zoro at Zoro, and then the two of them clash and have a legendary Conqueror's Haki clash with their swords. Both Zoro and Zoro have Kitetsu blades, which are some of the strongest swords in all of One Piece. So this is the strongest sword clash we've seen yet. The two of them blast each other back after the clash, but Zoro just screams for the Straw Hats to just leave without him, and he'll just jump on in a second. And then on the water down below, we see the other group of good guys on the Elbaf ship. The Giants, along with Sanji and his group, decide to wait for Luffy, who is with Dory and Bragi, to board the ship because they just can't leave without their captains. But we know that it can't be easy waiting for them off the coast of Egghead, because now most of the vice admirals and their marines attack the Elbaf ship. Then we get an epic panel of a big group of giants tearing apart the marines who are trying to take them down. And the giants are completely overpowering these fodder marines. I'll note here that the giants all laugh while they fight, just how like Luffy does, which probably has to do with the fact that Sanganika is their god. And on the next page though, Vice Admiral Bluegrass attacks with her mechanical sea beast that she's controlling. And then also Dal barrages one of the giants with her fists, proving that the fight is not exactly one-sided. The Marines still have some fighting power. Then we cut to Luffy and Dory and Bragi, who are just now noticing that Saint Warcury is no longer following them. And that's because the Gorosei, all besides Zoro, met up in the middle of the island in order to take down the Iron Giant, who is protecting the source of Vegapunk's broadcast. The Gorosei actually do recognize the Iron Giant from 200 years ago, proving that they're definitely really old. And then currently on the broadcast, Vegapunk is telling the world the last thing that he wants to tell them. Vegapunk calls all with a D in their name. So then we see Monkey D. Dragon and Marshall D. Teach, along with other characters who subconsciously think of D-Clan members. Sabo thinks of his brothers Portgas D. Ace and Monkey D. Luffy. Kobe thinks of Monkey D. Luffy and Monkey D. Garp. And Beppo thinks of Trafalgar D. Law, his captain. Vegapunk then starts to say that among you there is, but then the broadcast cuts out. The Gorosei destroy the Iron Giant just in time, ending Vegapunk's broadcast to the world once and for all. And the last syllable that Vegapunk is able to utter is Mo in Japanese, which has been translated by Viz to A in English. So we really don't get any hints from this. So, right when we were about to get the final and most important reveal of Vegapunk's message, the broadcast gets shut down. We as an audience got blueballed by Oda here, but so did Vivi, Wapol, and Morgans, who are all shown with their shocked reactions here. In the last panel of the chapter, we see York, who is exhausted after all of these events, and she's probably hoping that now that the Egghead incident is kind of over with, she can become a celestial dragon. And that's where the chapter ends though. This chapter was one of my favorites from recent memory because it breaks away from Oda's recent chapter formula. The revelation relating to the D meaning cannot be solved just yet because we didn't get enough context clues, unfortunately. So the Gorosei, I guess, succeeded a little bit. Although Vegapunk's reveals will definitely change the entire political landscape of the One Piece world, because now the people will know much more than ever before. And this works in favor of the Revolutionary Army who want to overthrow the world government, because they could definitely get some people on their side now. Besides all of that, Zoro's clash with Nasjuro was super dope, and he clearly overshined Sanji in this arc, just saying. And all the Straw Hats seem to be on the very verge of leaving the island, but their escape will definitely be complicated by the Gorosei finishing their business. Maybe the Gorosei will focus their attention on the Straw Hats and the Giants, which will be very, very bad for us. Hopefully the good guys can get out of here safely and all together, but we'll have to see next chapter. The good thing is that the new chapter is coming next week, so our questions will be answered shortly, and I'll be making a video about that then. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.